Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings. Good evening. Great evening. How about I say that? Great evening. I hope that everybody is doing great, fantastic, phenomenal, fabulous, and all of those great. Hi, my name is Miss Sasha. And for those of you who do not know who I am the founder and executive director of ABC Read, which is a nonprofit organization that I started 10 years ago. Our mission is to develop and nurture a culture of literacy in Black and underserved communities throughout the city of Cleveland. And we are proud to say that we've given away over 6,000 books and counting. And our mission is to, by the end of this year, give out books that majority represents Black people, culture, and experiences, a total of 10,000. That is our goal for this year. And how that happens? Well, from my folks like you. Anyone can donate. As you see the ticker at the bottom, you can donate via Cash App. You could go to our website, abcread.org as well. All right. I'm also a pre-K through fourth grade reading tutor. The name of my reading tutoring business is ABC Learn Tutoring. And I also started a brand called Reading is Freedom, all right, which is on my shirt, and you can purchase. You should purchase these items on my website, readingisfreedom.store. All right. Just had someone purchase their long sleeve hoodie last week. And she is just, absolutely excited about getting her hoodie. And so I definitely highly recommend that you all go to the website, check it out. This shirt back here, Read, which is one of the designs is very popular as well. Go ahead and grab your shirt or your hoodie or your mug or your bag today. Now, I came on here earlier today because I actually have a class that I have to attend at 7 o'clock. So I said, what am I going to do? Am I going to go to the class first and then come on and read? I'm like, I don't think that'll make sense. That'll be a little bit too late because this is a Sunday. And I know that you have kids who are starting to get ready to go to bed. Maybe you guys sign them up for a summer camp, or you may have some kids who are, you just used to keeping them in the routine of getting into bed so they can get that rest. You have a lot of activities going on in the summer. So with that being said, I want to show you all the cover of this book that I'm going to be reading to you all this evening. I'm so excited. It is called Little Damon Learns to Earn. All right. And it was written by Damon John. Okay. And so those of you who are familiar with the show Shark Tank, he is one of the business moguls who is on there, who, is one of the judges listening to people who come on to discuss their business ideas. And then they decide whether or not they're going to invest. Well, Damon John, I think he was also too the creator. I don't want to mess it up. I think he was one of the founders. Was it Fubu? I believe. Please forgive me. I should know that. I know there's another. Yeah, it has to be Fubu. I think he was one of the founders of Fubu, if I'm not mistaken. Damon John. And Damon John, I'm looking it up right now. Fubu. Yes, I was correct. Yes, indeed. Him and his other childhood friends, they had started that successful business. And of course, Fubu, for those of you who don't know, it stands for Us by Us. All right, which is great because that's what I, think about with ABC Read, with the fact of just, having, the idea of making sure that I'm targeting the Black community because of the fact that if you don't know, we are suffering still with these enormous levels of illiteracy in our community. And we need to read for everything. Okay. And I have a quote behind me that I wrote on the board, which is, reading is not optional. And that was by Walter Dean Myers. All right. He was an author, he was a literacy ambassador as well. And he's passed on now. But he talked about how reading is not optional. Okay. Period. And especially in the summertime, y'all already know it's going to be, it's a challenge. It's an extreme challenge getting our kids into reading. But I'm going to tell you, it makes it a lot easier when they see us reading as adults. And I'm going to before I start the story, I gotta show y'all a book that just came in the mail, y'all. I'm so excited. I am ready to dive into this baby right here. Jim Crow's Pink Slip: The Untold Story of Black Principal and Teacher Leadership, written by Leslie T. Fenwick. And this book talks about the results of what happened with the Brown versus Board of Education decision. And in that decision that happened in 1954, which quote unquote ended school segregation, which, by the way, technically is not ended. We can look across America right now and we still see segregated schools. But what happened with this decision, it actually ended a lot of the careers of the Black educators. All right, so the teachers and the principals, because they wound up getting displaced. And so when they decided to say, oh, yes, y'all Negroes, y'all can come on in now. We want integration now, all right, wink, wink, winking the gun, right? We want integration now. So now what happened was a lot of those schools that were in the South where you had those Black teachers and principals in there, it was almost like it seemed like it was no longer needed, which, by the way, we know that's not true. But that's what wound up happening. And so a lot of the teachers and the principals, they lost their jobs. Okay, those teachers who were invested in our babies, giving them that self-worth, improve, helping our babies understand who they are, loving who they are, knowing who they are. All right. Those things matter. We see now we keep hearing all of this talk about, we don't have Black educators, which is true. Hardly, especially Black male educators. All right. I think it's like still, about 2-3% of the educators are Black males. And then we still have a lot of our classrooms across the country that are led by white women. At least about 80% or more. It depends on where you are. And those things are really, it's devastating because, as we know, when you talk about a teacher's role, you're talking about somebody who's a role model. That teacher is going to encourage, invest, love on that child, and try to nurture that child and make that child be conscious of their culture and their traditions. But it's hard to do that if that teacher does not come from the community in which that teacher is teaching the children. And so one of the main reasons why that occurred again is because of that Brown versus Board of Education decision. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and read this book to you all. I thought about this book would be a great idea because it's the summer break. And a lot of you I know are encouraging your babies to start their entrepreneurial journeys so they can sell lemonade, they can sell cookies. If they have artwork, they're artists, they can sell those things. This book right here is talking about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into Little Damon Learns to Earn. All right. It was the best street fair Damon had ever seen. So many people, so much for sale. Luckily, Damon had helped at his mom's booth earlier. He had worked hard and earned $5. His mom had counted out the crisp dollar bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What would he buy? Damon saw something amazing a Minka J poster, his favorite pop star. Honestly, she was everyone's favorite. Damon put his money down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, the poster costs $10, the man said. Yikes, I don't have that much. Damon walked sadly back to his mom. The poster I want costs more than I have. Maybe you can earn the rest. How? Think about what you're good at and how you can use that to solve a problem. What's here? Damon thought. Booths with toys, booths with books, booths with art supplies, booths with friends. Come paint. It's only $1, Omar said as Imani waved Damon over to the craft booth. Damon didn't want to spend $1, and he wanted to keep looking around, but it would be cool to design his own shirt. Music. I'm putting a musical note on mine, Layla said, humming a tune. Damon had an idea. Let's do it. Damon put down $1 bill. 1, please. Damon made an amazing Minka J shirt, but he couldn't stop thinking about the poster. Now he only had $4 left. That meant he needed 6 more. How could he earn the rest of the money? A group of older kids from school walked by. That's the coolest Minka J shirt I've ever seen. Where'd you get it? I made it. There's nothing like that at the fair. Can I buy it from you? Damon thought about it. Sure, for $5. Damon gave the boy the t-shirt. The boy handed Damon the money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the greatest business idea ever, Damon said as they raced back to the craft booth. My mom said to think about what I'm good at and how to use that to solve a problem. He put down the money he'd earned from his mom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he put down the money he earned from the t-shirt sale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The woman at the booth handed him 9 t-shirts. Let's get to work, Damon cheered. Now it's time to sell. Damon, Layla, Omar, and Imani spread out their shirts for everyone to see. T-shirts for sale, $5. The friends watched and waited, but nobody bought shirts. Starting a business is way harder than I thought, Damon told his mom. Your friends helped you make the shirts, she said. Maybe they can help in other ways. What are they good at? We can do this if we work together. Damon looked around and noticed signs on other booths. Omar, can you create a colorful banner? I can see it now. Omar drew and painted. Layla, can you get people's attention? Let's do this. Layla marched and played a Minka J tune on her harmonica. Imani, can you collect the cash? That makes sense. Imani started taking people's money. Soon there was a long line to buy t-shirts. At the end of the day, Damon and his friends counted up all the money they'd earned. The business was a success. They had sold all the t-shirts. Damon's friends used some of the money to pay him back for the t-shirts he bought. Then everyone split the rest between them. I'm spending all my money on paints, Omar said. Acrylics, watercolors, oils. I'm dividing my money, Imani said. I'm buying a new math book and donating the rest. Layla jingled her coins. I'm saving all my money for a tuba or a bassoon. Damon and his friends raced to the poster booth. Damon put his money down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He bought the last Minka J poster and a brand new business book. I learned so much today, Damon said. His mom kissed him goodnight. I'm so proud of you. I knew you could do it. Maybe tomorrow I'll start an even bigger business with my friends. As Damon's mom turned off the light, she laughed and said, I know you will, little Damon. The end. And you know what's so cool about this book? It has all the different steps that your child can take on their business journey, all right? So it says start your own business. Do you want to make money like little Damon and his friends? You can do that by starting your own business. Little Damon is ready to help. And then here's a checklist for you to follow, okay? So I go through them real quick, all right? So you got step 1, think about what you like and are good at. This is your special skill. Step 2, look for a problem that needs to be solved. Now it's time to take action. Step 3, what can you do to solve the problem? Now this is your business, right? Step 4, ask your friends to help. Working together is always better. Step 5, make sales and decide what to do with the money you make. Okay? And then it has this part right here, which is so cool. Excuse me. What is money? Money looks like this and like this, right? So you got coins, dollars, and they really should have some cards on there, right? And maybe some little symbols for the Zelle and Venmo and all of that, right? For the different ways in which we are transferring money, right? So then it tells you how you could use your money. Now that's very, very important, all right? I love this book too because it helps us as entrepreneurs out there too, all right? Real basic book about entrepreneurship. Here we go. Number 1, spend. You can spend your money on a product or service. Number 2, save. If you want to buy something, but you don't have enough money, you can save to buy it later. Okay. Number 3, donate. There are lots of organizations that use donations to do helpful things. ABC Read. And then number 4, invest. You can invest your money in stocks, bonds, or cryptocurrency in the hope that they will increase in value. All right. So that means what you put in, and hopefully what you're putting in, you're going to get way more out, way more in return, right? Investment can also be a way to support companies whose values you agree with. All right. So congratulations, you can start a business just like Little Damon. Okay, so this book right here, I mean, just a really cool gem, a cool book. I highly, highly recommend that you get this book. And by the way, we're going to be buying more of these books to give out in the summer, inshallah, God willing, ABC Read. This is what your money, when you invest, all right, so always remember, when you're giving to a cause, or again, if you're putting in your business, that's called an investment. When we change our mindset and we don't look at it like, oh my God, now I'm not going to have any more money because I had to put, I gave to this organization, or I had to put my money into my business, or whatever the case may be. You have to change your mindset and say, no, actually, what I'm doing is I am building something so that I can have more in the future. So just a reminder for my young folks out there, and again, for us as adults too, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this book, I love it because it helps me on so many levels. All right. And I thank you all for listening. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Like I said, I have something to do that is going to actually help my podcast. My podcast is called Real Reading Talk. And you can find it on my YouTube channel, Reading is Freedom. And you can also listen to it on the other podcast platforms like Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Podcasts as well. All right, got a little tongue tied there. And so my intention is actually I signed up for this webinar where you have one of the top podcasters out there. You have David Shands. He started that podcast called the Social Proof Podcast. He was actually here in Cleveland. I went to go see him live. He's been helping people with their podcast. And there's another brother which he learned from. I think his name is CJ. I just found out about him yesterday, by the way. And so I said, and that's who David Shands, he got his knowledge and his skills from when it came to building his podcast. So I said, if I want to get better with my stuff, I have to learn from people who's doing it way better than me. All right. So I hope this was great. I hope you all got a lot of jewels and gems from this read aloud. And again, remember, readingisfreedom.store. Go cop your shirt, go cop your mug, your sweatshirt, your hoodie. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel for my YouTube people out there listening live. Thank you guys. Thank you all on IG listening. Of course, on my channel, on a Facebook page, rather, ABC Read. Thank you all. Make sure that you share it. And again, go to our website, abcread.org. Look and see what we've been doing great things in the community here in Cleveland. And your dollars, your donations help tremendously. They really, really do. And we thank you. We are truly, truly grateful. All right. So you all take care. My name is Miss Sasha. And remember, read for at least 30 minutes a day. Peace.